Delete. I did a totem yesterday, testing my rates and shit. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, to be honest. Making 550 an hour clean. No WAP. No 1 bill an hour? No. I'm weak. I'm weak. What do you expect from me? Here, I'll show you guys. Is your Mesa one-shotting? Oh no, it's two. I think it is two-shotting. Or two shots sometimes. I don't think it's like 100% of the time at two shots. It's like borderline. Well, it looks like it's about like 22k mobs per hour. MF3 gang, yeah, MF3 gang is so good. MF3 even without VAC, I used to always farm there. It was so good. You could get like a bill an hour there. I run a different rotation on my shadow and I get 27 to 28 kill per hour on Madness map. Really? Are you strong? Or what? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so I one shot, but somebody said 1-2 shot doesn't really matter. Oh. I mean, I think it does matter. Cause like, if I were to one shot, like the mobs here in this corner would just always die. Wait, did I use SSF? You're so strong for 28 days though. Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree. I think my progression has been really fast. Why do people stop at 22 stars on their gear? I don't know. I've never gotten that high. I don't understand it, actually. Oh, droplet. Look, you want a zero, but they so trash. Yeah, I think zero is pretty cool. Like it looks cool and I feel like it's fun to play if you learn it. But unfortunately, it's really weak. Saw Mech's for shop skills earlier and they look super cool. Yeah, Mech's V skills are pog. What do you think about hero training? Is it good or kind of shit? It got a lot better now. I believe it has the best rates out of the 3 warriors. I don't really like the way I've always played this game. I don't always just plan super far into the future. Like I'll plan maybe like usually I'll have a plan for the next like 2 weeks or something. And then sometimes depending if there's a big event coming, I'll plan like for a really long time, but generally like I only plan for 2 weeks. Like right now, my plan on this game is literally just train and save as much money as I can for the next 5, 10, 15, and then with that money maybe work on like a couple boss meals. That's it. And then after there, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll just see what I could do and decide. What should I work on? 21 starring after CRA? Whatever you got the most spares of. So generally it's like your earrings or your belt that you have the most spares of, so just see what's in your inventory and choose. Do I work on after getting Arcanes to 22? Well, I mean, assuming the rest of your gear is 22. Like, everything is 22, not one gear, nothing, no 21s, nothing. Everything is 22. And all of your pots are good. And by good, I mean 13, 10, 10, 12, 9, 9. No 7%, no 9% all stats, no 6% all stats. And your flames are really good. Then it's pitch boss swing room. Have you stood yet? Nope. Let's stand right now. Dude, XQC be speaking so fast that dude just be mumbling. It's so funny. It's actually so funny. He'll be like, dude, like, like, XQC actually like be like, huh? Huh? Dude, 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 just this is what I'm gonna say. Like, dude, like, that's XQC. Okay, finally. Back to rates. How are you building your legion so quickly? So all I do is I get the first 2k. The first 2k is really hard. That was really slow. And then from there, it picked up a lot faster. And what I would do is I would just get my characters to level 100 and then do Zac on them every 30 minutes till 140. Settled on ET at 21. It's gross. Bro, that is gross. That is gross. I'm not gonna lie. You might have to tap it. You might have to, actually. 21? But I have a heart attack. Do you have separate Meso gear or just Meso line plus stat? I just only have Meso and drop gear right now. I don't have specific damage gear. Because I don't really need it for anything. I could do all of my weeklies perfectly fine with this gear. And then all the hard bosses, I just get carried, so I don't need it. Oh, there you go. Okay. Shining a Shadow is good. I got everything that I wanted to get to 17. To 17. So now I could trade and make decent rates. Totems did you get on your main, the U Garden ones? I don't have any totems on my main yet. But I'm probably just gonna get the Afterlands ones because I'm lazy. Totem need a big break? Dude, I could do like 8 totems if I wanted. IED not as important on Shadow since speed skills ignore defense. You still want IED because coins and assassinate aren't like IED buffed, right? Like you still need IED for those, and that's like a large portion of your damage. But like things like SSF, Trick Blade, and Sonic Blow, they don't need any IED. How are you canceling your assassinate? I just spam me and it makes my Trick Blade timing much worse. Honestly, it's very simple. You literally just press the 2 buttons together for the pretty much. But when you want a Trick Blade, you have to stop weaving. That's just how it is. That's how Trick Blade works. You have to stop pressing Mesa Explosion when you're about to Trick Blade. If you do that, you're gonna hit your Trick Blades every time. For Fiber in Ottawa, get over here. It's paradise. Well, that's pretty cheap. Canadian Cellular Hot Trash. Yeah, that should be going down for days at a time. At a whim, bro. Facts. Hydo's his X now. He's into big daggers now instead of swords. No, I'm always a Hydo main. No matter what. And it's always my favorite class. Saving so I can be high to 50. I'm going to make him 30k strength. I mean, that's good. I was going to hyperburn a Hyatt though, but after watching Binch's stream and he was saying how don't hyperburn a class that makes good rates, bro, I'm like, that makes so much sense. Because if I were to train Hayato to 250, I would make a lot of money. But if I were to hyperburn it, I would make decent money, but I wouldn't make as much at all. And also, I don't mind training Hayato to 250. Like, it's like brain dead, piss easy. I've trained it to like 285 before. Like, doesn't even compare. What is this free 250 we talk about? In the next big patch ignition this winter, you're gonna go free level 285. I mean, not 285, level 250, 250. 240, 284 to 285 is like 0 to 250. No. No, it's more. It's more. I think I'm gonna Terror Burn a hero, probably. I mean, not Terror Burn, a Hyper Burn. That's like what I have in my mind, but I don't know for sure yet. Cause I want to play hero like as a stronger boss meal. I find it fun, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling when it comes out. So I'm not gonna lock in anything yet, cause I could always change my mind last second. How's your Mesa Explosion coming up as crits? It crits. That's just how it is. It always crits. If you have 100% crit rate, it'll always crit. Where do you go from 180 Satanic Masks things? At 180, I'll go to, what's it called? Harvey Savage Terminal. And then, like 190, I'll go to Fox Point, and I'll just stay there. There's probably better maps, but for me, that's where I like going. You're right, Juicer. It is that time. It is that time. Someone explain to me how top 1 Dojo Shad reached 76. Well, first of all, he's really strong. Well, actually, I'm gonna take that back. He's strong, but he's not as strong as some other endgame players. And second of all, Shad is extremely good in Dojo right now. Probably the best Dojo class at the moment. Because you can pretty much burst, or like just TLDR, like I don't want to explain the exact mechanics, but you could pretty much burst every floor or every other floor. Yeah, Shock's got 76. And yeah. Shad is just super good in Dojo. Means they're cold, they still think they're the strongest warriors. It's not say they're not strong, but they're not strong. Bro, they're not even close to the strongest warriors, no cap. Adels are actually shit. Like, all the true Adel strong mains, they all say Adel's bad. Like, no joke, they say Adel's bad. It's all the little, like, shitter baby Adels that think they're strong, but the mains, like, they know they're not strong. Adel sucks. Dude, it actually does suck. You miss Izone at all? Oh, of course. They're so good. Adel the worst class? Okay, it's not the worst class, but it's just not that good anymore. It's just good. It's just not amazing. I think it's better to hold the Oz boxes than opening every run. No, you should open every run. Because if you hold 100 and you get your rings in the first 10 boxes, then you did 90 runs for no reason. Unless you really care about content, like you really want the content, then hold. Well, you understand that you potentially could be wasting a lot of time. I've done that before. I used to hold 100 and then open it. And the first time I did it, I didn't get shit. But on the next time I saved 100, I got my Roar 4 on my main account. Now, that doesn't mean I got my Roar 4 in 200 runs. I'm just saying when I saved 100 and then the other 100. So, it was nice. How's Bowmaster? Well, I don't really know yet because I'm not level 200, so nothing really happened yet. All this like 0 to 200 means like nothing to me. Pretty, you could use the plus 50. Yeah, I could, but also I want to get 250 as soon as possible because I have bosses all lined up for me to get carried. So the earlier I run Vihilla, the more chance at Arcanes and Source of Suffering I get, right? Try to save coins too, was pretty far from me. Never buy an arcane weapon. Never! Ever! No matter how long it takes, never buy an arcane weapon. Ever! But if you want to buy an arcane, yeah, buy the glove. I don't get the hate for carries. You've been going through a lot of shit. Might as well save time. I don't give a fuck how many people hate on me for carries. Like, they need to realize that I literally got banned 4 years of my life slaving away. And I've carried so many people in my day. Why would I do it all over again? Why? Why would I do it all over again? Anybody else who was in my position would do the exact same thing. Anybody else. Even if you weren't in my position, if anybody got offered a free carry, chances are you would take it. I've paid my dues, yeah. That's a good way to put it. Bro, like... But I appreciate a lot of you people that understand me. I really do a lot. Because, and I know it's the large majority that understand, right? It's the large majority that understand and completely, like, get where I'm coming from and know what I'm doing. But, like, the people that don't get it, they're way more vocal. So I see that more often, but I understand that it's not the majority. Third gets it, one third gets it, understand, 1/3 hate it, 1/3 don't mind it. No, I think it's a very small percentage. It's not 1/3 that hates it. It's way smaller than that. But the people that hate it are very passionate in hating it. Like, they let me know. They let me know how offensive I am. You solid PM, you can get carried. Clearing boss is such a small part of the game. It is. It's such a tiny part of the game. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Like, literally, if you're watching all my streams every day and the only thing you see, the only thing you learn is you have to get carried, bro, you're not learning anything. You're just learning you're just believing what you want to believe. You're not accepting the facts. Like if you just take the percentage of time of my stream that of me getting carried, it's such a small percentage. It's like I'm like never doing bosses. I'm always training. If there's one thing you should learn from me playing this game, it's the fucking go grind. Like, literally it. That's like the main thing that I do. Go grind and practice your bossing, and that's it. Skills carried because you've carried by the bosses. True, true. Can't get carried for those 2 roar 4s. Exactly. Yeah, I just walked into Oz and automatically knew how to do it. You're getting carried right now by Totem BT? True, I am. True. Your skills carried because you're getting joking. Yeah, I know. Now I won't because you told us to. Alright, don't grind. Bro, but this is like my 2.5. This is like, why are you yelling though? Why are you yelling and threatening me? Like, you want to calm down or what? These people are crying about him getting carries, but they're the same people who die at P1 Lotus when they get carried. Facts! Facts! That's actually facts. MVP, yeah. So you see how everybody's in this map right now? The person who's gonna... There's a person in the map who's gonna cast a buff called MVP, and everybody in this map gains 1.5x EXP for 30 minutes. Nothing wrong with getting carried by friends. I completely agree. I completely agree. The thing is, even if you didn't lose everything like I did, if you choose to get carried by your friends, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying in my case, it's like, I also lost everything, so it's like, bro, of course I'd get carried. What are you talking about? Like, if you want to play this game however you want to play it, play it. Like, it doesn't matter. And the thing is, getting carried by your friends also, in my opinion, leads to a healthier, like, friendship. Because it's something you guys can do together. Something you spend time with your friends doing that. It's a good way to, like, make friends. But, like, I don't know, bro. You're not in a position? Yeah, I mean, definitely. Need carry friends who want to step in. If I have a friend who can help me progress to get... I'm going to take the help. Bro, you know what it is? It's like... I don't know why people have this mentality on the game. Bro, are you not going to take help in real life either? You know what I'm talking about? Like, you're just never going to get help by anybody ever? You're going to, like, tell your mom to fuck off when you're 12 years old? People have ego complex in Reboot. Yes, they do. People have the biggest pride in Reboot. People have the biggest pride in 2 things. They have the biggest pride in being unlucky. Like, everybody wants to be unlucky. It's like their most, like, sought out thing. I want to be unlucky so I can complain. And then the second thing is they have pride in like, saying, I did everything solo. Which is an accomplishment. It is an accomplishment. Like, congrats. You did everything solo. But also, congrats on wasting your fucking time, idiot. People love to whine when they can't get something. It's crazy. Yeah. 90% of these people are shitters to complain about being carried. But wait until they get a new boss to get their clear. Yeah. This is Brawl and Bash Club in Savage Fairmont. Queek 1, thank you for the follow. What don't say that Kobe. Rip Kobe. Nah, Kobe's the homie. Kobe's the homie. But I doubt Kobe's going around like it's the way you approach it. Like, if you want to play this game solo, that's completely fine. Like, you could play solo story as a challenge, right? But Kobe at the same time has nothing to prove. He's well established. He's done everything. He's doing it for fun. But I doubt he's going around walking around and being like, I'm better than you. I did it solo. If you get carried, fuck you. I doubt he's saying that shit. You know what I mean? It's the people that take the biggest pride in doing it solo and make others feel like shit for getting carried. That's the problem. Not more impressive because your first Lotus was at 45k at 5 min. That's another whole other issue. People who like they'll like post they soloed H Lucid or something, but they're like 60k stat. It's like, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. What are you training BM for? It's gonna be a future boss unit, so I need to get to 200 so I could prepare the equips for it for the next Star First event. What if they got carried and got no hands? Is that a problem? Bro, if you got carried and have no hands, at the end of the day, like, you can play this game how you want, but for me personally, I value hands a lot. So if you get carried and you're shit at this game, come on, bruh. At least go try to do the boss on your own. Terrorburn? No, this is not Terrorburn. People don't want to be unlucky. They just want to be called they just don't want to be called lucky because it feels like their achievement is being devalued. Oh, I completely agree with you. But I know people who also, like, like they keep saying nonstop like, I'm so unlucky, 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 I'm so unlucky. Everybody else is so lucky. Like people who just say that, it's just like mad fucking annoying. I have no hands in H-Lotus, I need help. Bro, just go practice. That's the best help you can get. I'm gonna get so offended in the next YouTube video. I'm so unlucky. I was turbo lucky up until Shining. What tops it all off is when people have farmers farm their mesos and get carried and still have an ego. Yes, that's the worst of the worst. That's the worst of the worst. When you pay people to do your bosses for you, and you pay people to farm for you, and you have an ego over your whole account and act hella strong and shit, and you're like a big dog. That's the worst. That's the worst. Granted, it's not a lot of people do that, but the people that do that, they're pretty fucking AIDS. They're pretty fucking AIDS. Jisoo asks you to get AK Legion for a song from Zero. What are you doing in a heartbeat? For Jisoo? No, I would respectfully decline her. I would respectfully decline. I don't stan Blackpink, so I do like Jisoo though, but I don't stan Blackpink. Now, if it was for a Twice member, of course I would do it. Why are you training Bulmaster? It's gonna be my boss meal. I need to get it to 200 so I can start prepping gear for it because I only have 3 weeks until the next 5, 10, 15. And I ideally want to get this character fully done and ready by 5, 10, 15. So within the next 3 weeks, I could train it, get Arcane Force, get all the equips, and then all I have to do is star them and I'm good. Then this character I can boss with it, probably up to Lomian or something. Well, not up to Lomian because I'm gonna probably ask people to carry me H Lomian, but I'll do CRA. H will lib harder than regular H roll, like natives do more damage? Yes. The hard will lib, everything does 10% more damage. It's not hearsay, it's actually how it is. How do I favorite class? Yes, it is. It will always be my favorite class. What PQ are you doing 065? Well, not technically 0. But, like Explorers, you start off at level 30. And then at level 30, you do Gold Beach, Rain of Strait, and LNL Forest Academy. And then you'll be like level 65. And that's without 2x. After 140, you prep the gear. Theme Dungeon, that's what they're called, yeah. After 140, you go prep your gear. Meaning you go get CHT. You go get, like whatever gears you can get. Pencilier, you star them, you cube them a bit. Then you go train to 200. Raw dog in it, training. Times you have to do Zac to get to 140 estimation? I'm not sure. I don't know off the top of my head. I never counted. But if you play a lot, you could probably get it to 140 within a few days. But yeah. Bonk to 200? Yeah, you could do that too. Do you know what drops are SP? Do your like daily bosses like Rudabis, Zac, Hilla. I think they give WAPs. EXP buff? Okay, fine. 6-minute BA. 620. Dude. That's a lot of money. I think it's I'm learning my rotation better in this map. So I'm making a lot more money than what I used to. This is without WAB. This is 620 clean. Yeah, clean. Nothing. What is this number at the bottom? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 19 billion EXP. That's what it is. That's how much I need to level. 19 billion. Wait, no. 23.8 billion. That's how much I have. 23.8 billion EXP to level. That's nothing. My Meso's at 1328. My item drop is 144. When are you making an Ilium? Bro, stop. Stop with the Ilium, man. I really don't want to. I don't need it. I don't need it. Right? I don't need it, Copium. Yeah, I'm two-shotting at me. Have you played it since I got... Dude, I haven't played Ilium in like 4 years. Like, unironically. quick summary for Trick Blade. Okay, so Trick Blade, there's two versions of it, basically. If you just use it normally and hit a bunch of mobs, it's a mobbing skill. It's a pretty good mobbing skill. And there's the bossing Trick Blade, which requires you to hit the big part of Assassinate 3 times on a boss to stack up your, what are they called? Murderous Intent buff. It goes to 3, I think. I think that's what it's called. And then, once there's a stack of 3 on the monster, or boss, if you were to use Assassinate again, and then after the big Assassinate, while it has a stack of 3 on top of its head, after you use the big Assassinate, you press Trick Blade. Trick Blade will turn into the bossing Trick Blade, and it'll teleport you behind the boss, iframe you for 1.8 seconds, and do massive damage, and shit out a bunch of coins. Wait, what's happening in Smegas? What is this? Oh my god, Nightwalker's raging in Smegas? Oh my god. This is the best. Okay, so Brain Dead Nightwalker says if you think removing jump attack is good, you have room temperature IQ. And then he says if you whisper me defending the removal, you're 100% brain dead. Bro, this is a Nightwalker saying another person is brain dead. How unbelievable is that? How unbelievable is that? Nightwalker best jumping. Nightwalker best class jumping best. Wah wah wah. If you don't agree with me, you low IQ. Stop ruining my class because you're too stupid to jump attack. Bro, why is jump taking all this heat, bro? Someone's furious. Defending jump attacking. New weird for elitism, but alright. Why is this what? Agi guy talking so much about Nightwalker? You're literally NL. What the fuck? Gets out popcorn. Honestly, Nightwalker is an L class. Just remove it entirely. Bro, this is why Ray's a mod. This is why Ray's a mod. Leave Jump alone. He's innocent. Dude, I love when babies cry on Smegas, dude. It's so funny. It's like, it's the same people who just like cry on Twitter and they have 0 followers, 0 interactions at all. And they're just like typing on Twitter to the void. Nobody's like commenting or liking it. It's the same people. They like think they're doing something on Smegas. Like, shut the fuck up, pussy. Like, get over it, bro. Your class changed. Get over it. Like, get over it, bro. Sorry. It happens. Bro, this night... Further proof on why Nightwalker's literally the worst, bro. Further proof. This is how they act, bro. This is how they act. How does weapon jump ring help DB? So DB's Blade Tempest is a 90-second cooldown. Thank you, Blank Steps, for the follow. It's a 90-second cooldown. How DB's DPS works is, you know, you're bod tornadoing off cooldown every, let's say, every like 8 seconds. And then you have your Blade Tempest burst every 90 seconds. So you do your big burst with Shadow Walker and Goddess and all that shit with Roar. And then your next time, 90 seconds later, you swap. And then you could do your Blade Tempest burst again without Shadow Walker and Goddess with Weapon Jump. Any class that has a 90-second or 2-minute rotation, you use both rings. You use Roar and Weapon Jump. You just rotate them. But on GMS, unfortunately, it's not as good because it takes us so long to swap. So we're actually losing a lot of time. So a lot of people, they'll just either run Roar flat and just keep it up. They'll just have that on the whole time because they don't want to bother swapping, which is okay. Or they'll just run a Star Force ring. 420? Thank you for the sub, bro. I appreciate it a lot. Like, for Hayato, for example, like I've done a lot of testing on Hayato, and Hayato being a 2-minute class, like whether it's better to swap, whether it's better to stay with Khan's Treasure, or whether it's better to just keep Roar 4 on. And from what I concluded, just staying with your Roar 4 on the whole time on Hayato is pretty much just as good it's just as good as just having the Khan's treasure on alone. But in certain bosses, it's better. It's better to just have your roar on and that's it, never swap, and just use it every 4 minutes. They on the lower end of BA. I think Hayato is pretty low. Like when I did a full rotation, I think I got like 230 or something. For my gear, it's pretty low. Like Night Lord breaks 300. Hero as well can do it. But the difference is like Hayato is one of those that has like super high DPS uptime. So that like 230, 240 is actually like incredibly accurate in the actual bossing. So there needs to be like a better way to measure it. There needs to be like two measurements when you do a BA. There needs to be like your BA, and then there needs to be a ratio at which that BA is actually implemented in the boss, right? Like the efficiency of the BA. There needs to be a number. It's like BA and then efficiency. Like how power supplies are like rated 80 plus gold and like 80 plus titanium. They have like an efficiency. It's be the same thing with BAs. Cause like Night Lord's like what, 300, but it's like 80% efficiency, right? Whereas Hayato's like 240, but like 95% efficiency. So like what's better, right? You know any other NL that lags during spread? Yeah, some NLs lag during spread. I think it's just because they have shit computers. Shadow DPS uptime compared to Hayato? It's a little bit less than Hayato. It's a little bit less than Hayato. It's really good, but Hayato's DPS uptime is nearly unmatched. Like it's very, very high. Poo PC, yeah, facts. Dude, I'm actually depressed, bro. When I bought my 3060 Ti, like, I don't know how long it's been, maybe like 6 months ago. Or no, more than 6 months ago. It's probably been like 8 months or something. Or 9. I got it for 800 bucks. And that was pretty good at the time too, because they were like triple MSRP at that time. And I only got it for like double MSRP. That was down bad. I was having problems on my computer. And then, bro, GPUs are so fucking cheap right now, bro. For 800 bucks, I could have gotten a 3080. I'm depressed. I'm actually depressed, bro. Laptops are so good these days, you don't even need a PC. Yeah, laptops can genuinely just replace PCs at this point. Like if you don't want to build a PC and you want a mobile workstation, just get a really nice laptop. Row 3 with 38k points good? Yes, it's very good. I used to buy a 2060 Super like 2 years ago before they announced 30 series. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. So I was hard stuck on. So my GPU history has been the first GPU I ever bought, maybe like 8 years ago, was a 760 GTX 760, and I thought I was so fucking cool with a 760, bro. 4 gigabytes of VRAM as well. And then I upgraded to the 1060 when I started playing Maple. My friend gave it to me for like 150 bucks. And then I rocked the 1060 for the last like 4 years. And I was like perfectly fine with it. But then eventually my monitors just kept fucking being weird. Like they kept like turning off randomly, or like my screen would just go all black. And I'd hear like a doo-doo, like a Windows, like something got unplugged. And then I would also hear like it would be like my driver or like my video card would just like reset itself. That's like what it was. And it kept doing that, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna like get a new graphics card. And then I bought a 3060 Ti, and I haven't had the problem even once. How many do you think 46 is gonna be? Probably like 500 bucks. 600? I think like 4060 Ti might be like 600. Scalpers 1K. Oh yeah, by the way, like if you're not one of the first round buyers, good luck getting a 40 series card at not triple the MSRP. Good luck. Good luck. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. Nobody needs a 40 series card. You really don't. You really don't. Even the 30 series card, you don't even need it, bro. Like, GPUs hardly ever get 100% maxed out. Hardly. Unless you're really like doing some wild shit. Like, you don't need it. I would rather honestly invest in a better CPU. CPU hard carries, bro. It actually hard carries for like crazy. Like the difference from running like a 5 gigahertz CPU and even a 4 gigahertz CPU is so big, bro. It's so big. 970 i5 4960X. That's solid, Juicer. I'm gonna be honest. That's solid. Then the leak say the 40 series is gonna be quite a bit more expensive than the 30 series. Yes, it will be, and it's also gonna be way more power hungry. I think the 4090 was estimated to be like over 400 watts TDP, which is absolutely insane. Like computers are reaching the point where you're gonna need a dedicated circuit in your house, like a dedicated electrical circuit, just for your computer. Like if you were to plug in anything else into a socket along with your computer, it's just gonna fail. Like it's gonna reset. They're gonna get turned off. They can't get powered. Imagine needing a whole dedicated circuit in your house just for your computer. Think about buying more RAM, bro. You need to get. Everybody needs to get on 32 gigs of RAM while RAM is cheap now, bro. You need to get to 32. Shit is just taking so much RAM nowadays, bro. Let me check how much I'm at right now. Right now, I'm at 16 gigs of RAM. 16 gigs is being consumed right now. 16. You can just download that shit? Yeah, you can. Spent 650 to upgrade from 1070 to 3060 and all it plays Maple and Citra. Yeah. All my 2070s back into 2019 still running well. Yeah, true. Starting to fall behind, still okay for now, but I feel the struggle. Yeah. I mean, your CPU is literally like 8 years old at this point. It's actually kind of wild. Minecraft is a CPU only game. Yes, Minecraft is wild. And RAM. 8 gigs RAM, 2 weeks. Oh my god, that's crazy. I'm a tab hoarder. MS only uses CPU. So MS, Maplestory, there's few very important things. Having Maplestory on your SSD is extremely important. Having a very fast single core CPU, single core performance CPU is incredibly important. So let me put it this way. When I had my Ryzen 5 2600, it was running at 3.5 gigahertz. And I would be like kind of laggy. Like it would take me a little bit to load into maps and shit. But and that was with a 1060 GPU. And when I upgraded to the 5800X Ryzen 7, which runs at 4.6 gigahertz, I think. So 1.1 gigahertz more. Everything became instantly. All my loading time, everything became instant. And when I upgraded my GPU from a 1060 to a 3060 Ti, there was zero difference on Maple. Zero. Nothing ever changed. It was all the CPU change that made everything. But having a lot of RAM on Maple also helps because this game eats RAM. Because it's hella unoptimized. So the 720p and the LCD doesn't even matter. You realize you can have a good quality LCD screen, right? Like not all LCD screens are dog shit. And second of all, since the screen on an iPhone iPhone SE is small, the resolution, it's not 720p, it's a little bit more technically. But the resolution is still really good because the screen is small. You don't need 4K on a phone. You know what I mean? Like the difference from a 4K phone or a 2K phone or a 1080 phone is literally, there's no difference because the screen is small. So like if you just look at the papers and you're like 720p, this is ass. Like try actually looking at it. It doesn't look ass. I see this a lot with the tech community where like people are just obsessed with the numbers. But like you have to be realistic with the tech. Like numbers they're not like all accurate all the time. Like it doesn't matter. Spec elitist, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Spec elitist, it's just like it doesn't matter. 120 hertz also standard now. That's another thing that's unnecessary on phones. Like high refresh rate, like what do you need that for? What do you need that for on a phone? Like what's the point? Gaming? Oh yeah, true. You actually have a good point. I'm gonna take it back. If you play phone games, 100% if you play phone games. That's a very good point, actually. I'll take it back. Gaming, for sure. 120 hertz benefits a lot for gaming. So 100% you have that point. But I feel like for a lot of people it's unnecessary though, because like not a lot of people, well, a lot of people do game on their phones, but there's a lot of people that also don't game on their phones. Like it on my iPad Pro. Once you go 120 hertz, you can't go back. To be honest, I don't know. I like my friend. Like I've used his phone, and it is nice. 100%, it is nice. But like, I feel like for me, the way that I use my phone, I don't really need it. Like I would rather have the extra battery life. Cause all I really use my phone for is like taking pictures, watching videos, or texting. That's it. Like, that's it. I feel like on PC it's different. It's different. PC, like, you know, we play games a lot, so it helps a lot. It's really nice. Keyboard I'm using? I'm using, well, I built this one, but it has the GMMK Pro body with Boba U4 switches, I think I bought. I think that's what they're called. And then GMK Sumi keycaps. They're lubed. I use Duroc stabs. I think Duroc V2 stabs, that's what they're called. Lubed everything myself. I will never lube switches again. If I ever build a keyboard again, I will never do it myself. I'd buy them pre-lubed or just not even have lube switches. I'm not spending another fucking like 4 hours, 5 hours doing that shit. Fuck it. I've experienced it once. I know how it is, and never again. But yeah, that's a word I use. I will never film. Oh my god, they're filmed as well. They're filmed as well. Yes, my switches are filmed as well. Never again. It took me like 9 hours to build this thing. GMK keyboards are criminal? They are. They are. Literally, they are. The group buy shit is all criminal. Like, it's all criminal. You're gonna buy something, wait 2 years for it to come, and it feels exactly the same as the knockoff. Like, the thing with knockoffs have such a bad stigma because it's like, yeah, a lot of times they are shit. If you buy knockoff, like, technology, for example, you buy knockoff AirPods, yeah, the knockoff AirPods are gonna be shit. They're gonna be shit. But, bro, you're buying knockoff plastic. It's made from the same exact material, bro. Like, it's the same materials. Plastic, PBT is PBT. Like, what? And the thing about endgame and stuff like that, it's not black or white. It's not black or white. It's not like you have to hit all of these checkboxes and then you're endgame. That's not how it works. These are activities that you do at the end game level. That's what it means. I'll give you a perfect example. I'm going to use Dark John as another example. Dark John has finished gear. Like, let's just say he has finished gear, right? That's one aspect of the end game that he has done. But he doesn't max out 180 boss crystals every week, right? That's another aspect of the end game, maxing out 180 boss crystals. So, would you say he's end game? Like, he's still missing the boss crystals. Is he end game, right? That's why it's not black or white. It's just like, there's like different aspects. There's different aspects of the game. But if overall, in all the aspects that you're doing in the game, they're all like end game level, it's like, yeah, you're like really far into the end game. But nonetheless, I don't really want to say those terms anymore. I'd rather just say, this is what I'm doing in the game. And then if you're smart enough to understand, you should understand where somebody's like at in the game. You don't have hands, you're not end game, sorry, not sorry. That's a big aspect of the end game though. Like, realistically, I put that in my video. I'm like, you have to be good at this game. Like, if you could just grind all day and be strong as fuck, but if you don't know how to use your gear, then you're just a shitter. How many boss meals maxing out boss crystals per week? Well, there's 180 boss crystals you could do per week. So I think it turns out to be like 12 boss meals or something. Or 13. Bro. Dude, my dream, bro. I want one of those bookshelves behind me that just has all the One Piece, not novels, all the One Piece like manga books. So cool, bro. Whenever I see that in like anime videos, I'm like, bro, that guy is so cool. Holy shit, that guy like gets pussy. What if you print all the pages? You know how much ink that's gonna cost? Bro, you know what I always wanted to do one time? I wanted to... Tekking is a Pirate King. Yeah, Tekking is the Pirate King. He really is. I wanted to cover my wall. I've seen these walls where they have like pages of manga all over the wall from like all these different animes, like cool scenes. And I wanted to do that with my wall. I thought it looked so cool. Bro, it's Zanku. Look, #1 Hayato. Oh, there he goes. DB's like AFK. Alright, so what is Legion, right? You open your Legion board, you're like, what the fuck is this? Okay, so Legion basically is the accumulation of the top 40 highest level characters on your account. So here's 4 characters, another. So all these characters, all their levels gets added up. And that's my Legion level, up to 40 characters. So if you have more than 40 characters on your account, it takes the highest 40 characters, right? And with that, the more levels you have, the more of this grid you can unlock. How do you unlock the grid? You need Legion coins to unlock the grid. How do you get Legion coins? You need Legion raid power. What the fuck is Legion raid power? Legion raid power is a value given to all of your mules. You see the number under it, like 2 mil, 1.9 mil, 1.9. It's a value given to all of your mules based off of the star force on that character and the level of that character. What is mules? Mules is your characters that are not your main, basically. So the raid power is the cumulative of all these values that are given to all of your characters, and these values are based off of the star force and level of your character. And the more raid power you have, meaning the higher level your characters are, the better star force they have, the more coins you generate per day. And with those coins, you could unlock the Legion grid. So for me, I only have this much unlocked because I don't have that many coins. But now, if you notice, there's a bunch of different stats in the grid. Buff duration, normal monster damage, boss duration, crit rate, bonus EXP, abnormal status resistance, crit damage, IED, magic attack, strength, int, dex, MP, luck, HP, magic attack. So, now, if you look at your grid, you're going to be like, oh, what is going on? So each piece, each character, depending on what class type they are, an archer, a pirate, a magician, whatever, they gain a block that you can use and put it on this grid. So, for example, my main is a thief, and the thief block at level 200 looks like an L. So I put it in my area, and if I were to keep putting pieces and connecting them together, you have to connect them together. And if I were to press confirm here, no, if I were to put these pieces together, right? Every single block, so you see how this block is 4 blocks in a line connected? That means it's going to take 4 slots in the grid. Now, when I put all my pieces together, it's going to look a little something like this, right? All these blocks are just connected to each other. They're all just blocks connected from all the different characters. Whatever area those blocks are in, that's the buff that I get. And it adds up. It tells you all the buffs that you're getting from your Legion here on the bottom right. So the member bonuses, this is the buffs I get from the block itself. So this block right here, for example, this level 140 cane block, that block itself gives me, if you hover over the cane, it gives us dex plus 40. That means this block, wherever I put it, regardless of its position, will give me dex plus 40. But since it's also in this dex area, taking 3 blocks up in the dex area, I'm also getting dex plus 25. You see it in the grid bonus. You get it? I know it's a lot of information, but there's a lot to it. How do you have 4K already? Because I've been grinding. Wait, we killed the whale. What the fuck? Bunker blaster. Yeah, literally like super bunker blaster. You hate sea mammals or what? No, I love sea creatures. My favorite types of animals are sea creatures.